The Tennessee Titans have claimed linebacker Zach Cunningham. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, ready to break down the latest Titans news and rumors, and I'll give you my analysis on the overall player that you're going to get here from Cunningham. But what I want you guys to do right now is if you like the move of Tennessee going out and getting him, I want you to go ahead and like the video. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. I see how excited Tennessee fans are for multiple of reasons. He's got a good track record. Well, you know him in the division, and you can take him away from your old division rival with, well, technically division rival. So go ahead, like the video, because I can see that there is a lot of excitement around this move. So let's break down overall what happened here from start to finish. The Houston Texans, they cut him on Wednesday, and once that happened, I mean, I remember sitting here at the office being like, wow, I can't believe Houston decided to move on from Cunningham, but it was also that situation where it's like, okay, another big-time player that they were committed to doesn't want to be there, so it was time for them to move on. Tennessee, due to just multiple different injuries, I mean, this season, I mean, they're already missing half of their draft class this past year. The injury to Monty Rice, I think, is what really sparked some of these rumors of potentially going out and getting Cunningham. And then on Thursday, you went out and got him. Was I surprised that he slid all the way down to the Titans? Yes, I definitely was. When you look at some of his numbers here, 67 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 PBUs, and 1 forced fumble. Now, what Chat Sports is all about is keeping you guys up to date, news and rumors, which I'm doing here, but also let's get interactive. I know it's early. It's Friday, though, so please, what is your one-word reaction to the signing of Zach Cunningham? My one-word reaction, and it's not much of a one-word reaction, but I made the show, and producer Jack kind of made fun of me for it. Mine's fingers crossed, and the reason why it's fingers crossed is because if you put on the tape, there is a good Zach Cunningham, and then there is a bad Cunningham. So it depends which guy you're going to get, but my one-word reaction is fingers crossed. Now, again, I hinted at the fact that I was on social media. You can always hit me up at MitchellRenz365. But I went and I found some other people who gave their 2 cents on the whole move of Cunningham going to Tennessee. This one's from Mike Herndon. Wow, I'm shocked that he fell that far, but this is a potentially huge pickup for the defense. Ultimately, Cunningham, Long is probably the Titans' best starting combo. Good depth at the spot now. Here's one from Clay Travis. Absolutely love the Titans claiming Zach Cunningham after the Texans released him. He's a great fit for the defense. Big addition. And here's the final one, which, kind of made me laugh, so shout out to Sean. Zach Cunningham went from 2-10 to the number 2 seed. Hashtag Titans, though I don't think that's 100% accurate. But anyway, Sean, appreciate it. And yes, magical from the Texans, now that a division leader. So, yeah. So here's the next thing I want you guys to do. You hitting that? You know what I'm talking about. You hitting that? You hitting it? You want me to stop saying it? Is it creeping you out? Then hit the subscribe button. Make sure you stay up to date on all your Titans news and rumors, whether you're actually hitting that, you can still watch the video, or, I don't know, maybe you're driving to work, maybe you're walking your dog, you're dropping a number 2. Bottom line is this, I don't want you to miss anything, so make sure you hit that. So in terms of the overall move here, I do think one of the reasons why he slid so far down the waiver wire is because last season he signed a 4-year, $58 million extension, and the one issue with the linebacker position, I always refer to it as the running back position of the defense. Not that it's not important, and not that they don't put up numbers, but it's actually the easiest position to be able to replace. The other issue is he didn't get along with coaches, which I don't know if that's a Cunningham issue or if it's a Texans organizational issue, because let's face it, there's a lot of big-name players who were not excited about the way Houston ran their organization this offseason. Not that I blame him. Plus, he's been disciplined multiple, and I mean multiple times this season, for just having issues in the locker room and with his coaches. But in terms of overall depth, you saw some of those guys say, hey, this is going to be a really good depth move in. It absolutely is. You got David Long, you got Cunningham, but hopefully you can get a few other players to be able to produce. But at the end of the day, you're just looking for a guy who's a good body, has plenty of NFL playing experience, and if he can get his hands on somebody, he's going to go ahead and bring them down. Now, if you guys haven't gotten your hands on some awesome gifts yet, I don't know what the heck you're waiting for, but if you got a Titans fan in your life, you can actually get this hoodie for only $40. It's like 40% off right now. It might even be 45%. Math has never been my strong suit. So head on over to chatsports.com/Titans hoodie. If you don't know how to remember that link, that's a you problem. Look down below, chatsports.com/Titans hoodie. It's also going to be in the comments. It's going to be in the description. If you need an awesome holiday gift, don't worry, we got you covered. Let's look at some numbers here from Cunningham. He's got 67 tackles this season, 4 tackles for loss, no sacks, and 3 pass breakups. Now, this season has been probably his worst season thus far, but again, maybe it's the fact that he's just on the Texans and he wasn't that motivated. The reason why he got his big-time payday is because over the last 2 seasons, he's got 306 tackles, and last season, he actually led the NFL with 164, 14 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 4 pass breakups. Now, before the show started, I said, not that Zach Cunningham isn't a good player, but sometimes the NFL, fans in general, overvalue tackles, because last year he had 164, and I'm not sitting here saying that Cunningham is a bad linebacker. He's not. However, I do think he is a little bit overrated due to the fact of the numbers that he is putting up at the tackle position, because he's really not that good in terms of coverage. He's okay in terms of run defense, and he doesn't really offer you that much in terms of pass rush. According to Pro Football Focus, here are his grades this season. A 49.6 overall. Would you pay a linebacker an average of, I don't know, what's this number, 14, what's the math for? Yeah, about $14 million a year to be a 49.6 overall. The answer to that is absolutely not. Coverage grade, 40.4. He's starting to trend in the wrong direction, which is definitely something you never want to see. When he was a rookie, second-round pick, 57th overall out of Vanderbilt, he had a 66.6. I mean, you should have saw that grade. I'm like, oh, shit, this is going to be unlucky from here on out. But a 62.1 coverage grade. I'm in the belief that in today's NFL, you need to be able to find linebackers that have the ability to cover just because it's a passing game. And as you can see, he has literally gone in the absolute wrong direction. 2018, 57.2. 2019, 50.2. 2020, 43.0. This season, a 40.4 coverage grade. Hopefully, the Titans coaching staff can get him together because he has been able to show the talent. And I can understand his past frustrations. But you have to also realize this might not be an absolute slam dunk, which is why I went ahead and said that it's a fingers crossed move. But when I went on Instagram, when I went on social media, I saw a lot of A's, saw a lot of A pluses. After seeing some of those numbers, after me breaking it down and telling you that this guy can tackle, but he's not that great in terms of coverage, I want you to go ahead and grade the Titans claiming Cunningham A, B, C, D, or F. A, it was excellent. B, it's a good move. C, it's average. D, bad. F, fail. My grade is a B, and I think it's a good move for the Titans on 2 fronts. 1, you needed to be able to go out and find depth. And 2, even though it's a lot of money for him, because let's face it, I would never pay Cunningham that much money, but you are Tennessee, you're 8-4 right now, you're making a playoff push, and I get it, the last few weeks they've been a little bit shaky. However, you just got absolutely run over by the Indianapolis Colts and Jonathan Taylor. Go out and find yourself a linebacker. You lost to the Houston Texans, and if you really want to have a shot to win this division, King Henry hopefully is going to be coming back soon. You got to finish the season out strong. If you're telling me right now a division title and hopefully a playoff run is because you went out and got Cunningham, then it's absolutely worth the move. Now, as it stands right now, here's what the updated AFC playoff picture looks like. The number 2 seed Titans, so shout out to my guy earlier in the video who said it was 2, and I didn't know 100%. You were right, I was wrong, I'll take the L. Type L's in the comments. 8-4 for Tennessee. But then you got the 7-6 Indianapolis Colts nipping at your heels, which I can imagine would worry some people. Good news is this. The Titans have one of the easiest schedules to be able to round out this season. Jacksonville at 2-10, even though Jacksonville's playoff chances are still alive. The way that the Jags make the playoffs, they win out, go 7-10. The Buffalo Bills lose out, go 7-10, get in. It's not going to happen. Week 15 against the Steelers. The Steelers, they just lost to the Vikings. The 49ers have looked really lost the past 2 weeks. Miami, even though they've won 5 straight games, they did start the season off at 1-7. And then the Houston Texans, I see in this being a revenge game. You got to win 3 out of these next 5 for you to make the playoffs and for you to win this division from top to bottom. I believe they're going to do it, but let me know down in the comments, will the Titans make the playoffs? Why for yes or and for no?